What's up, chap? Welcome to the Robot is Dead channel. We're up late. We're going to be streaming some Disco Elysium. If you like what you see, pop the follow. If you haven't checked me out yet on YouTube, go in there, like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Let me pop something. Okay. Alright, let's, we're gonna get a new game cranked up. We're not gonna be doing this, continue stuff, so. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. 5 intelligence, 2 psychological, 2 FYS, 4 note. Sensitive, very psychological and magnetic personality, but unstable, might begin to lose his mind. That sounds like fun. Physical, extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Let's create our own. Let's go random. Average intellect, good psyche, terrible physique, good motorics, your senses, how agile you are. You know, we're just gonna roll with it. Let me make sure that. Okay. Okay. Let me make sure I'm coming in. Yeah, I am. All right. Let's hand-eye coordination, perception, reaction speed. Facing composure, low endurance, pain threshold, physical instrument, electrochemistry, shivers, and half-light. Suggestion is kind of high. Authority, esprit de corps, empathy, inland empire, volition, logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric, drama, conceptualization. Yeah, we're gonna go with it. Confirm. Let's see what happens. Oops.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby.
Simply keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
No ex-wives. This is great. Give me some more. What was that about? The ex something. Yeah, let's go with that. What was that about the ex something?
When awareness creeps up on you, a mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic source. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
The meat thing. Plunges back into the fathomless deep. No, I wanted to know about the X something.
X love, X tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
Alonzi never let me go. I'm talking to the ancient reptilian brain. Have I been talking to the ancient reptilian brain the whole time? No, that was the limbic system. Yeah, ancient reptilian brains. A good bit of it. No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. That looks
Do
good.
you really?
Don't be naive, of course not. I want to sail the inky blackness until forever ends. I do, let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Inland Empire. Evidently, that's what I'm statted in. Wait, I did this to myself. Tell me what's waiting for me. I don't care. I'm an idiot, a brave idiot. Let's go. Tell me what's waiting for me.
There's this giant ball there. And evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
I don't remember any of this. This is awesome. I must be having a different playthrough.
Vying for resources is just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That's sad, or that sounds like something I would like to do. Let's go. I'm gonna go that's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean drowned?
You lost.
You lost. Open your eyes. I do remember part of this. At least this beginning. And then you have to do things right or it won't end well. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. I think you're not supposed to. I think I'm gonna grab the stuff before. The mirror, if I'm not mistaken, cues a conversation.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend, and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
I have some good luck with this Inland Empire thing. It's a white check we can retry, so I do get a roll on something.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you.
Oh, it hurt. There's not health down here by me, is there? It hurt him. It hurt him. He hurts.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
I'm guessing this is bad.
Very bad. This is the end. Bad.
Oh, I have bad endurance, so I don't know. And I'm not tough. Try to remain conscious.
All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear. Cop suffers final heart attack. Detective Lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
My character died to a ceiling fan. And we totally can't go back. I don't remember his, I remember he wasn't... Was that right? Oh, snap. He was high. His physique was terrible. His motors were decent. His psyche was like something like that, and his intellect was like that, right? Right? Something like that. Oh, man. Yeah, because, that's as close as I can guess right now without looking it up. Feels a little more balanced than before. I think it was like that. Right? No. It couldn't have been it. That had to be it. Okay. That's my final answer, Regis. Yes. My goodness. Died to a ceiling fan. I knew it was tough. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their dress. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. That popped up before, I'm sure. Or something to that effect. But I wasn't looking.
There is nothing. Only warm ever. Never, ever. Never, ever. An inordinate amount of time passes.
I'm trying to catch us up. Was that about the X something? No, I wanted to know about the X something.
X tenderness. Do you
No, I want to get off now. I do let me off.
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out.
Tell me what's waiting for me. How small are the apes? How big is the ball? Right. Duking it out.
Somewhere
Let's
in
go.
the sore, bloated man, like a fly to the ointment. Your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed man.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Oh, now volition is... I must have misstated. There's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Please know I changed my mind. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing. No, I'm not scared. I'm a champion. Mother, help me. There's a head
The
attached.
stench of liquor rises from your mouth. I know it. An ungodly headache.
What creature does this to their own mouth?
Fiery streak
I
penetrates
hate I
your
spec
skull,
wrong, but we're gonna wing
trying
it.
to force your eyes open. It's
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice to make it.
Yeah, I messed something up because that's not. It's happening different. He was face down, something up a minute ago. You know, the pants. That's the thing. Take the pants. Alright, we're gonna try the ceiling fan again and see if it
This
kills me.
fan has 2 chain pull switches. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend.
Yeah, we're not messing with the tie. We know better now.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Yep, we knew that was in there. We want to grab the shirt. We're trying to grab the shirt. It's not working. Alright, let him have it.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, then steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really nothing? Wipe the mirror. No way, I'm not doing this. Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
I don't care, still wipe the mirror. Maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face. Yeah. Let's go with maybe I should touch it first, make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
What's wrong?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
At least my tongue is okay. Touch your tongue.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
I'm sorry, touch your nose.
Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
I'm scared. I want to stop this.
Don't be scared. It's only your face. It's not like anyone's going to see it.
If he wipes the mirror, how bad does it get? It's a jump scare. Yikes. Chills.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait.
Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it. The face is making itself. I have no idea why it's there. It just is. Yeah, the face is making it.
It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Okay, try to stop.
Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I hate that superstardom stuff. God, I don't know. It's indescribable. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too. In a sad has-been kind of way, there's some charm to it. It's an expression of pain. Oh, God, I don't know.
You should check yourself for a pulse, because from here it looks like a cadaverous spasm.
I don't want to know.
Good call. Go ahead and try something if you like. Or, stop staring into the mirror.
Formidable. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. Very low. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Do the white check. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
I can't... Oh, I get an attempt at the 3%. I'm not hitting that.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Now can we have the shirt? They do not want to give me the shirt. Yes, they do. We got the shirt. What's up with this? Alright. I don't know if I have the balls to let the ceiling fan kill me again. I think I'm over it. He's creeping.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Visual calculus. It's an easy roll.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands? Look at them.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Wait, what am I doing? Assess the size of the impact. Assess the size.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Maybe it wasn't me. I should go and get that shoe. I don't need it. I don't need anyone. Let's go with maybe it wasn't me.
Someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it? This person also forced the drinks on you.
I should go and get that shoe. His logic.
A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
He's still creeping. Okay. Get the shoe. We have a shoe. And I'm not letting the ceiling fan kill me, so we're just gonna keep it rolling. What was that? 40 cents and change? Taking that. What? I already did that. Oh, snap. Alright, Scoopy Shoe, let's skedaddle.
Hello, officer.
March 51.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer in my military personnel.
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. We're gonna sit around with her and see if we can get
There's
some information.
only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Wait, I know I'm a businessman, chief executive officer, right? Then why did you call me an officer? Yeah, I'm gonna go with the businessman thing.
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
Okay, chief technical
No,
officer.
You're a police officer, sir.
Are you sure? You're shitting me. GD, right, I'm a policeman, don't you forget it. I'm gonna say you're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
She takes another drag. All this time.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
His logic's popping off right now. I might not know where I am or who I am or what a Kupri Knema is, how I know what one sounds like. Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else? Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? That's pretty funny. Suggestion challenging 12. Okay, 28% roll. The expression on her, let her know you want her physically. Nah, we're gonna go easy on that. Let's go. Why don't I remember
Could
being
it
a
be
cop?
because of the drinking?
She raises an eyebrow, the cigarette sizzles. Who in their, why don't I remember it? Yeah, we just said that. Let's do the who in their right mind would let me be an officer
Don't
of the
be
law.
so
Did I just
harsh
say
on
that?
yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
Yeah, actually, I can see why they would entrust me with the law. I have the right character. That's pretty funny.
A fondness for contradictory statements.
No, I realized you were withholding information. Something lit up in me, a killer instinct. Let's see. I get these tidbits of information sometimes, little facts like trivia. It gives me a detective-y vibe. No, I had thrown my shoe out of the window. I deduced this from the direction of the shards. Yes, what you just said. I can't come up with anything. Let's go. The trivia. It's pretty funny.
Of course.
She pulls on her
She
cigarette.
remains unconvinced.
I might not know where I am or who I am or what a Kupri Knema is. I don't know what one sounds like. Who in their right mind will let me? Let's go with the Kupri Knema
She
line.
nods.
I do know when someone's not telling me the whole story. What am I doing here? What's my case? Let's do that.
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops.
And why didn't you just tell me
I
that?
didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer.
Yeah, let's get
Of
out of
course.
here.
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Well, yeah, let's ask questions. She's not going to answer questions.
Yes.
What is it that they have against the police here? Where exactly is here? Where am I? Tell me, is it 51 now? Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night? Let's go. What is it that they have against the police here?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Where exactly is here? Where am I?
You're in a hostel, sir.
No, where are we? Where in the world?
We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Should that mean something to me? Revachol forever? How about you tell me something else instead? Let's go, should that mean something to me?
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranier, another part of the world.
We can't ask more about that. We're going to ask about the year?
It's 51. Yeah?
Those words tell me something else. Feel like something you've said innumerable times before. Your mouth is the very shape of them.
Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors? That's the only choice.
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
She nods toward room number 3. Didn't say it's impossible to hear people speak from over here. Loud disco music, tell me something else. Let's go, loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
She raises an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
OO were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on, alright. It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it? I like it mostly just gets hard, doesn't it?
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church in St. Sains. What was I singing? I've heard enough. Well, I did pick that up, so let's ask about it.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else? Or I've heard enough. What else?
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
I'm sorry, when you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way, like a wild beast? Then what happened? I've heard enough. Let's go. When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way, like a wild beast?
Yes. It was very cool.
It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really means it.
Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted? That's so me. What did I do? You're making this up. I would never behave like that. That's so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Was there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
What is it that they have against... Alright, well, that's as much as I'm
Glad to have been of assistance.
gonna get out of her. use the stairs. Before I get in the next conversation, I'm looking around to grab shit. Left on the D-pad pinged when I picked that thing up, but I'm afraid I don't really have any health. Alright, that tells me about stuff. I really should know more about this character, but I'm not going to sit here and study. I picked up the healing thing. And I can't find it. Just going to assume it helps me.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. That's pretty funny. My soul is immense, my soul is modest. It's normal size, my soul is puny. Let's go with cubic content.
Of course. At this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people.
This goes well with the theory I'm developing that I'm a down-on-my-luck superstar person. Which should I sing when it comes to it? Finish thought. I'm going to go, what should I sing?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course, they'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one. I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy like from those ostentatious orchestrations, folks. This sad small church song, I don't remember having this whole dialogue last time I played this, but I don't remember anything about it. But I specifically don't remember this for sure. I remember a little bit, vaguely, about everything, but not... Maybe this was a thing. Of course, they'll really get a gauge on my soul with that one. Yeah, do that.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic, small church song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
Finished. I'm not going to do... The superstar lines are cringy to me. Or at least on this playthrough, they just don't. It's not vibing.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Something tells you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Let's go with... I do not appreciate your tone. This is no way to talk to an officer.
Oh, it's not?
He raises his shoulders like he's about to say something more, but then gets hold of himself.
You're right. It's not.
He has no respect for you personally, but this man sees himself as a law-abiding citizen, and you a representative of that law. He tries to avoid outright conflict.
Look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
That's the great skua, right? What happened to the bird? Can I help you with that? Yeah, let's go with number 3. That's the great skua.
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy? Again with that insubordinate tone. We're going to go again with that insubordinate tone.
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Are you the bartender? Voice crack. Bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
What's the difference? You look like a bartender. Understood. Let's go. What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Ask about Sylvie. Where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
He shrugs.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
She just what? I am going to ask into it for details.
So now you're a cop. Oh, forget it.
He's not really going to tell me anymore. Let's talk to this lady.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone.
Kim Kitsuragi.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Hold on. Who is he to me? Shake his hand or don't shake his hand. Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
I don't really know my name. Conceptualization. It's a high roll. Invent a name for yourself. Yeah, let's do that.
Raphael Ambrosius.
Failed. I failed every roll ever. It's so cool. It's very cool, but won't I come off like a douche if I call myself that? It's very, very cool, but maybe just a bit too ostentatious. My name is Raphael Ambrosius Custa. I'm going to do that. Won't I come off like a douche if I call myself that?
No, you won't. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau is one classy name, and you're one classy cop. Say it.
My name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Yes, well.
He doesn't even process what you just said, just moves on.
Not for a moment does he believe that's your real name. he casts it aside as an intra-departmental joke or a peculiarity he doesn't understand.
We're laughing stock drama.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
You know, I'm going to go with, it says you mean him nod toward the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I just talked to him. No, I haven't. Or there must be some kind of misunderstanding. You're taking me for someone else. I'm going to go, there must be some kind of misunderstanding. You're taking me for someone else.
No, I don't think so. We should ask him for a rundown of the area, now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman. What interviews I have? Yes, I haven't. I had, but I haven't. That's what I'll say.
Okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body? I don't like dead bodies. Look, man, you know, yeah. No, completely. I don't like dead bodies.
Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
Completely.
Completely. Does that mean you took the body down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? How can you be so sure I'm from the police? But I can't remember anything. What are we supposed to do again? Let's get going then. Let's see. How can you be so sure I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the Rat Squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
You mean the Rat Squad? You mean internal affairs? Let's go, the Rat Squad.
No need for derogatory terms. They're only doing their job.
You said insignia, these white rectangles, you mean point to your sleeve?
Yes.
But they're just white rectangles.
They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But shouldn't I have a badge or something? Check your pockets.
You mean you don't have a badge?
It was not on me when I woke up. Pretend you found I have my badge. I'm a policeman and I have my badge. Let's go. I was not on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
I'm going to start reading these, the ones I choose to make it a little bit more convenient. Let's go. What if I told you I'm not really a police officer?
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
And then, soon after, dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees.
But first, we have to take it down.
But I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
What were we supposed to do again?
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
Let's go.
After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him when...
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a smile.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Hmm? Does that mean you like me? Who's Sweetie? Let's go. Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
You seem to be in a chair. How'd you like to roll with me? I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. Nothing. I was thinking of the lyrics to a song. Want to roll with me? It's good. Nothing. I was thinking of the lyrics to a song. Want to roll with me?
Ah, yes. Probably Roll With Me by the Fletchers. People often quote the Fletchers at me. Morel says it's my theme song.
I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Yeah, let's see that.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard I forgot literally everything. I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm blowing this whole thing out of proportion. Forget I said anything. Let's go. I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
We're dead haunting each other. We're ghosts.
Now. We are live in a hostel called the Whirling in Rags. And the Whirling itself is in the city of Revachol.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's that pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Spring of 51, church year 973. All I know is we're approaching the end times. It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am. Let's go with the 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you then, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe. I like to think it's a dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. I'm going to murder some of these words. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners, and women. Cop. We are living under the cop regime. Let's go. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds.
Oh, no. Nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly not one who's horseback.
If there's no government, how come there are cops? I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed. How come there are cops?
Oh, dear. This is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
So how did I do? What is the revolution you mentioned? Who could tell me more? Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
You seem to be in a chair. We didn't click that line. Let's do that.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
I'm sorry it was rude of me to mention the wheelchair. Let's move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
I've got to get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. All right. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Man sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of the shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Lieutenant, who is this? Pick up the pills. Wake him up. I have an 8% roll on that. I've missed every roll, but what if I hit this?
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Physical instrument. Yeah, if it's physique, I'm failing that. Lieutenant, who is this? Pick up the pills. Let's pick up the pills.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Lieutenant, who is this?
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor.
But why is he sleeping during the day?
Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
I can't wake him up because I failed that check. See if he's got anything to say to me. You know, we should take the medicine. Left trigger. Or left on D-pad. Right on D-pad. None of that does anything. We'll talk to him real quick before we deuce out of here.
Yes?
Tell me about
What
the
do you
case.
want to know?
Did you say this is a mysterious case? If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case? Yeah, if we're from different precincts, why are
I'm
we on the same
afraid
case?
you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
You should tell me now. This seems relevant.
Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
A young woman told me a mercenary's been hanged. That's all.
Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you?
Brief, yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Who was the caller?
To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer.
That's right.
Gained experience. Can we go over the preliminary info again? Would you say this is a mysterious case? Let's go mysterious
No,
case.
it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
White male in his 40s, what more do you need? I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved, something supernatural. Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious. Okay, so the case probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy? Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious.
Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself.
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers' coup?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case.
Wait, so is this a strike or an attempted coup?
Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage, however you parse it.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
We should ground the workers into fine paste and feed them to the pigs. We should ground the owners into fine paste and feed them to the pigs. With this little foreknowledge, I'm unsure which side to grind into pig's feed. The decision must ferment in me. Also, nationalism. I don't think grounding one or the other side into pig's feed will do anyone favors. I'm really, really smart. I spent the last 20 seconds deciding on which side to ground into pig feed. Why? Yeah, let's go with that one. I spent the last 20 seconds deciding on which side to ground into pig feed.
Politics is habit forming and hazardous. It is also irrelevant to police work. You're right to doubt the impulse. It might be detrimental to our task here.
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Can we go over the preliminary info again?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
No,
There's
I'll
no
wing it.
reason to wing anything. If you didn't, 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a... During
Yeah, we know
that
that.
time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings.
Yeah,
The
we know
caller
that.
did not identify him.
Mega
But
cool,
used the
I've heard
word.
enough.
Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Good.
Actually, I have all I need. Swing it. Probably should talk to him some more, but let's see something.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Good to meet you, just a gardener.
I am pleased to meet you too, officer.
We need directions.
Of course. Where to?
I'm looking for a dead body.
Oh, that's right there, in the yard.
She's relieved someone has come for it. Finally.
Where am I?
What do you mean?
Just tell me where we are, okay?
We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Roundabout North, I think.
What is up in the north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
What is in the east?
The harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
What's in the south?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
What's on the other side of the canal?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
What is in the west?
It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
Thanks, that's all for now.
No problem.
Brushing a fleck of soil off of her cheek. I have to run.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Yeah, let's borrow the gloves. One more thing. Can I borrow your
Sure.
gloves?
Keep them. I have another pair.
Alright, let's put those puppies on. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot the art style of this is crazy. Oh.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Let's do the first one, main hall, building A.
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Who's Kuna? This is the police. Please open the door.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Try the second one. Andro Orlando Hair SCA.
You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Nobody's there. Alright, let's try the third one. Third one. Boxing for young athletes in gym.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
24-hour window.
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
Emma's Fashion Atelier.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
For Braun's Taxi.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
Slipstream SCA.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
This is a woman's voice, crackling and fragile through static.
Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
Creepy. Hold on, Tricentennial Electrics. I thought I was calling Slipstream SCA. Yes, hello, can you let me inside the building, please? Yes, I've come to place an order. Yeah, let's do that. Yes, I've come to place an order.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice here.
This part gives me chills. It's creepy.
Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Do we know each other? Who are you? Where are you? Stand up straight here. Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life. Yeah.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
This is creepy. I'm getting chills. Hold on, tell me what's going on. What did I do? Of course I care. It's just that I've been going through some tough time. Yeah, let's go with the tough time one.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice.
It's so nice
to be able to finally forget.
Alright, I'm going to say forget about what? I'm getting chills, but I have to ask.
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Oh God, please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
Hey, are you still there?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
What just happened? I get it, you don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me. Fuck! Alright, it's a goodbye. Let's go with, I kind of want to say fuck and hang up the call.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Ooh. It says you could get the wax cylinder, or you need the wax cylinder. There's a roll there. We're going to try it.
Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and, alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Call her again, press the doorbell to Slipstream SCA.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Alright, I'm still getting chills, but I think this is a recording. And I don't know why I went right to this call box, because this is not the vibe right now. Last time we talked, there was some confusion. You got me mixed up with someone else. Can you let me in, please? I need to get inside the building. Hi, it's me again. I wanted to talk to you.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
How's this game know I'm not vibing that? What?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait. Is she...
Wait, are you repeating your words? Didn't you already say that last time we talked? Yeah, let's go say, didn't you say you are? Yeah.
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand.
Is this some kind of joke?
Do you think it's funny deceiving a police officer? Just stop it already. Stop repeating your words. It doesn't matter what I say. You're just going to continue, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter what I say. You're just going to continue.
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Is it over? Can we talk now?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been as if my mind's been wiped clean.
Hang up the call.
You press the number sign on the keypad. That
gives me chills.
the
I don't
call.
like that.
12 name cards on the call box read.
It looks like that one's gone, so it's crazy. Let me dial it again. And I think they may have given me that item, Fortress Accident SCA.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
Revachol Ice City.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Main hall, building B, whirling in rags.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
East Delta Pinball, entrance from building B.
Silence. No one answers your call.
Empty card.
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Okay, leave. Jeez, that was creepy. Just creeped me out. Alright, now that we're thoroughly creeped out.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello, I'm the law. Hi. Just go hi.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. What kind of store is this anyway? Is it okay if I ask you some questions? Yeah. Let's ask about the store.
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What's a book? What's a postcard? What's a board game? Alright, let's go. What's a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
What's a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness.
What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Interesting, thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Is it okay if I ask you some
Okay,
questions?
sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide, as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold
I'm
because...
signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work. Pat her head. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. I should have a word with the store owner, maybe.
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Shouldn't you be at school or
I do my
something?
studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't going to school more important than this? School is stupid. You're lucky to not be there. What is school anyway? Let's go to school is stupid.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Bankrupt?
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
I don't think curses are real. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look to the creaking boards on the window. Yeah, let's look through the boards.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case. But I don't see much more to look into here.
Lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses? How does this curse manifest itself? Stroke your chin. Enough about the curse for now. Let's go. What do you know about
Nothing
other
really,
failed
sir.
businesses?
Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
How does this curse manifest
It
itself?
does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
But Kim, the plasmic manifestations.
No such thing.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Stroke your chin. Enough about the curse for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Wait, not crime fiction. I need to know what crime is. Why would anyone want to read about crime? Okay, I get it. Crime, murder gets the people going. Yeah, okay, I get it. Crime, murder gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
Huh. Well... Okay then, maybe I'm not a policeman or should stop being one.
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy. Then I decided to live a little. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fancy of a man. It's not your body that's important in police work. Anyway, it's your point to your head. Wow, look at the guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen. I'll actually add other questions. Let's go. I'll never be as good as Mullen.
Don't say that. He's not even real. You're real.
That's right, a real failure, overshadowed by a fake man. That's harsh. I don't really want to deal with this. It's too much. Overshadowed by a fake man. That's harsh.
Cheer up, sir. It's much easier being a fictional character. He doesn't have to deal with real things. Maybe you can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
Her smile is warm and consoling, unlike the imperial image of Dick Mullen. What is romance? Who are these famous people? I gotta roll. Okay, I'm going to deduce something now. Anxious body language, saw she's cold, afraid they curse. Sure.
The girl keeps her hands folded.
Second roll, we won.
Why is that?
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. You can show them to me. Actually, I'd rather not deduce anything. Every time I deduce, people get hurt. You can show them to me.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them.
Oh, something's wrong with them.
The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
You heard me, hands up. It's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go hands up.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
You bite your nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
She shoots you a suspicious glance. Yes, there are a few other hints. It's super simple for detectives such as myself. Let's go. There were a few other hints.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. Want more? Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind. You think so? Fine. Do better. To do something about me. Yeah, let's do that. To do something about me.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
Wait, how do you know I'm usually not? And I'm having a grand time. I'm also sad and my head hurts. I'm also sad my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
A gleam of sympathy on her
There
face.
she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow. There's something you're missing.
I'm not... Just not vibing this whole conversation with her, but we gotta keep it going. Let's go number 4. What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps in imagining herself
Or
in the
there could be a
situation.
story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady? What about when both of the men are bad? What about when everyone is poor? What about a book? The man and lady business doesn't work out at all. That's enough for... Yeah, let's do that. What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup. Yeah, I like that.
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination, only it's really long and drawn out, scarred for life, phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
She looks at you with puzzlement. Doesn't ring a bell? Alright, I'll ask your mom.
Yes, she knows books. Definitely.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain? You clearly have issues you need to address.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
I see.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Sometimes you have to write about real life things. Yeah, poor people are boring. Dang, let's go with write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
That's enough romance for me. I had other questions.
Maybe some about other books?
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold reddened cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it? Right, add a different question mark. Yeah, let's do the more
But
famous.
it does make the famous people more famous.
She smiles gleefully. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someday, maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Fame is for vain people. I have better things to do. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. Yeah, I like that. A bunch of dorks.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything.
Yeah, you heard me. Only losers waste their time with that garbage. Never mind. I literally had nothing else to say.
Okay.
You can stop calling me sir. I am but a working man.
No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though.
I get you. I, for example, can't stop making this face, point at your face. Okay, yeah, when the next person comes, you'd have to, sir, or ma'am them again. Sir it is, then soldier on. Let's go to the point at your face.
That's a friendly enough face, most of the time.
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? Decent roll?
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Fail the roll. Okay, bye. See you around. Alright, let's interact with all this shit. This book arose a pistol and half-naked dame on its cover. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. Pate. Don't understand. Some kind of culture. Bodero. Book about the future. Government reads your mind using radio technology. Alright. Let's get paranormal. Interact with the door. I'm gonna interact with the stuff before I go crazy on the lady here.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Shorekeep, what board games do you have here?
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Wow, I have children, a family. Do I have friends? Look at the lieutenant. Yeah, do I have friends? Look at the lieutenant.
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Look at me, who'd want to have children with me? Yeah, looking rough. I don't feel as if I have any kids. Yes, kids, friends, chicks. I have all those. I don't feel as if I have any kids.
Friends are technically like family.
She fiddles with her pendant, thinking.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real.
It's locked because I think we don't have the cash. So what about all these Wirral things?
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all.
Not at all.
I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
Look through the pile of Wirral-related items.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a pick-your-path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag. Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Maybe I'm not into all this Bino Claude stuff.
A towering mountain of colourful board game boxes and Wirral codices.
Leave. Okay. Let's talk to this chick, see what's up.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
The clerk extends a greeting.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
So are you the owner of this store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice, high-pitched, sounds familiar. You talked to her before through the doorbell. What if I want to buy a book?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go. Get back there. The books await you.
So what type of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Do you even know what books you have for sale?
Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose. But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories.
Wait, shouldn't a storekeeper know about her wares?
I provide a valuable service. As long as people buy books, I'm fine.
She wiggles her bony fingers at you. Where do you learn about the important things then?
The truth is available if you just know where to look, and you have to open and free your mind to understand.
She nods at you cryptically. All right, I'll take a look then, conclude.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
What in God's name is she talking about?
Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
10, she's certainly very polite and helpful. 5, I felt some interest. 1, not impressed. I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do that. Yeah, I'm not. Well, 10.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Strikes me as wrong. Annette is quite the trooper. She's a great value add. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. Huh? Okay. All this pressure has made her really anxious. She's been chewing her nails. Yeah, let's go with the pressure.
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
A part of hers, too, clearly.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong, even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe you make an exception for your daughter. Yeah, actually, it's super all right for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything. That's kind of, what you're doing is wrong, even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. I don't want to piss her off. That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change.
She's going to be pissed either way.
This is a person coming to terms with a new reality, one where they are wrong. It's not easy. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologise. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
She stops where her mouth keeps moving.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
You like Annette to your husband and your mother? Just nod compassionately. Just nod.
Yes. Sometimes it's better to let people come to these conclusions themselves.
Is his husband Annette's father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Wait, Grand Couronne? Where's that? Or what's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Of course, yes, this economy.
Exactly.
She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course.
Plaisance nods.
I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
Alright, I had something else in mind. Conclude.
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
What if I wanted to buy a book?
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go.
Okay, we've heard that line. She really wants us to take a look at the book.
Nods, seemingly relieved.
Farewell for now, book peddler. Yeah. Probably not as bad. That seems. We probably need to check out upstairs before we go crazy in that room. Alright.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Storekeep, what's all this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Look through the display of books.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen in the Murder House. The Final Case of Dick Mullen. An Obvious Lie. Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower. The Ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's Funeral Pyre. The Murder
Dick
of
Mullen
Dick
dies?
Mullen. Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve a case.
Are there any more?
Yes, there's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, My Mullen. Faking death seems to be a common trope in the Mullen series. The morbid tales of Dick Mullen. A dark tide turns, tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. Another one with fake death. And, of course, Dick Mullen, the murderer. In order to catch a murderer, Dick Mullen must become the murderer. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
What's the roll on that? Ooh, pretty good.
Your attempt to
Come
grasp
on.
an answer fails. It seems very close by, pulsating just out of reach.
What is going on here? Alright, nothing, apparently.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
I'm going to ask the storekeep about the shelf anyway.
Say, The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is an innocence? Great, I don't need to know anymore. Yeah, but you know, I'm not.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
Look through the display books. Locked. Don't have enough money. Yeah, we'll leave that one be.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Look at the first map of
This
Insulinda.
large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
What else?
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas a la Mer, Archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you.
Can you see cities on the island?
You can. On Caillou, Revachol, a single black star. On Ozon, Fondelier, and Vilmandu. On archipelagos, Croyan Moran, Villiers. On Seminine, Olduvai, and on Laurentide, Deora of the Seven Seas. Lost little pearls of light, tiny fires in the dark. 850 million people live on these little dots, an oceanic world of culture and commerce torn apart by history.
Look at the edges.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Windy is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seol is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
I cannot believe, like, the last time I touched this, there's no way I ran into this kind of dialogue.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
And west of the river?
Huron. It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
And Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
I did not imagine I'd be getting this much dialogue from a map.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbour, even the whirling in rags there.
Storekeep, can I buy these maps?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is the one in Martinez so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
The place does not look like a successful tourist trap, does it?
What happened then?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
I only have 40 cents. I don't have 90 cents, but there's a roll. A roll to steal. It's pretty high. Let's give it a shot.
You peek at the storekeep, waiting for her to be distracted. When she's not looking, you deftly rip the map off the bulletin board and pocket it. You're now the proud owner of a map of Martinez, which, to be honest, did not even cost that much.
Yeah, over 50 cents short, and it was a high roll, and it's really not a good idea.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Here we go. Look through the shelf.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These 3 things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder, preservatives, to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
What's the roll? High. Find something truly otherworldly? Oh, here we go.
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
What's the pale?
The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted.
What's this book about?
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the Pale, also known as le territoire.
Le territoire.
For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near Pale.
Sounds painful.
It is supposedly invigorating and good for the circulation.
What else?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the Pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the Pale and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
And what does this pale aged liquor do?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health. That seems improbable.
I should probably get my hands on some of that. What else is in there?
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the Pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude.
Oh, here we go.
Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need.
Anything else of note?
There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Well, I certainly don't need that. I probably need that. Yeah, let's go. I probably need that.
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing that particular volume long enough. If you'd like to continue reading, I must insist you buy it.
She wants $4.20, which I don't have. What books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh, no.
Leave. She really gave me a hard time over that shelf. There's probably something really good I was onto there. Alright, here we go.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeeper, what's behind these curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
And who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Île de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Pull open the curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
This isn't going to be good.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand is closed around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is about the curse. That's why you're afraid?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She stops abruptly as her hand flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The fact that she said that makes me feel like something's up. If I sense this place calling for me, I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
I don't care, you can't stop me, I'll open them. Alright, I'll think about it for a while. Yeah, I'm going in.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Rip them apart, this time for real.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Alright, let's interact with the door.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Knock on the door, pain threshold, break down the door, 8%. So, it's not, yeah, the check on that's not really high. Knock on the door.
Echo. No one is there.
Okay, I guess we're going for the roll, but we're probably not going to get it. Yeah, he's hurt. Is he going to die?
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Oh God, try to breathe normally. This really wasn't the best idea, was it?
Are you alright?
The lieutenant steps closer, his eyes soft and worried.
Pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
I think it's a lost cause. Does he have anything to say about this?
Yes.
No. So that's, Could you let me in there?
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool?
I need to know what secrets lie behind the door. It's part of a spiritual quest.
You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go to them.
Farewell for now, book peddler. Yeah. Hit a wall there, literally. I hate that. I really wanted in there.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner.
Trace a path through the grid.
Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North, finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
There it is. Oh, nice. Good to have. Pretty cool. Map reads broken window, tips out window. If you had a bag in your hand, perhaps you could collect these bottles and sell them.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary. Why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
What's the tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick.
The lieutenant looks around and concludes it didn't stick. What happened?
They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. Then something went sour. I suspect that something was Everard Clare, the union leader. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Cool, I dig organized crime, it's the best. Can't we do something about it? Say nothing, say nothing.
The lieutenant adjusts his collar. It's frisky outside.
I only have 40 cents. Waste a quarter on the thing.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk. The ring of metal.
Pull the handle and look inside.
The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape. Like a ghost.
Turn the knob to focus your vision.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it. Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
There are ruins of some kind of building there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
The lieutenant takes off his glasses and cleans them. Hang in there, little one.
The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
Well, there went my quarter. I don't remember passing that guy. I need to go back. What's up there? That's a sign. Oh, yeah, they're playing a game.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
The other one is eating a big sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Better observe them first. Hand-eye coordination, medium. 10. Oh yeah, high roll. Grab the ball and show them how it's done. One of your time, fellows, don't get involved in the game. Yeah, let's do the roll. +2, acting without hesitation.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work.
Let go be the ball.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit? It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters. Probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem?
Not a weak right triceps, that's for sure. Problem, I don't understand. Problem.
You vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull!
Sorry, an honest mistake. Are we good? P-Tank. Oh, P-Tank. P-Tank. I understand. I thought it was a shot put. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I thought it was a shot put.
Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, I will try to fix this. Accept the task. Listen, guys, the ball's gone and I have a murder to solve. Alright, refuse task. Accept the task.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Yes, why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder. You never know. He might know something. This is a good vantage point.
Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of whirling in rags? You seem to be playing in a crater. Yeah, let's go. The man hanging.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
What about police women? So again, you don't know anything. What about police women?
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
Not to mention keeping the station tidy and the men fed and happy. There are no duties RCM woman couldn't carry out. I try to avoid voicing opinions on controversial matters. Let's just drop it. I don't know. You go the first
No
one.
man can afford to turn his eyes to the horizon if his rear isn't secured. If the women folk take care of that, then men can tackle the bigger issues.
Guess it might not be as black and white, but disagreeing makes me uncomfortable. You know I'm getting second thoughts about this. Yeah, you know I'm getting second thoughts about this.
It's as good a time as any to turn our attention to a different topic, officer.
Do you know anything about you seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Does it have anything to do with all the bullet holes I've been seeing around? Do you know what created it? Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Wait, who are the communards again? Did you use artillery fire against them? Maybe we can do this history lesson later. Yeah, history lesson.
Fine. What do you want now, then?
Carabiner. What do you want now, then? Did you ever use artillery fire against the communards? Thanks for your time. It's been real. Tectonic forces crack the pavement like
The
an
worn
eggshell.
and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
I think this is his whip.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Pick up the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you, through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy. Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you. Let's go. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report. Ignore Alice and press the button labeled saved. I'm done with the radio for now. Let's go. The first one.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41. I've got urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in. Over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my badge missing. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. 10-10, transmission completed. Standing by. Over. In call at the 41st. Talk to him about the badge.
10-9, over.
Can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Hey, who is this?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
No, the other one.
You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says, fighting off laughter.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Dick Mullen's been a big topic.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Come on, operator, tell them to stop. This is serious. Haha, officer has lost his badge. Haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. Let's do the haha, first cop to ever misplace
He
his
says
badge.
this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Wittmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, operator, tell them to stop. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Wittmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over.
Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you all please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment? Enough with this now. I have other things. Yeah, let's go to the first one.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Erupts in volcanic laughter.
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
You can hear laughter in the background. Could you all please just... Okay, enough with this now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room roars with laughter.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Half-light, trivial success. Oh God, it's not here. I don't have my gun, freaking out. And just go, oh God, it's not here.
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Let's do the roll and convince him that I didn't lose my gun when I clearly did.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance. Over.
Listen, I've actually lost my gun too. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. 10-10. Let's do the personal details.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
I need information, not fear. What's there to think about? I need information.
Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself. Oh, jeez. I want to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth? That's clever. Please refer to me with my full name in the future. Any news about my family? Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM? Yeah, let's wrap this up. Let's go. Badge description.
What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Let's go. Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM?
10-4. Well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says...
So, I heard him.
Was there anything else?
Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself.
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
Any news about my family?
10. Excuse me, sir. Over.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
I just thought you might have heard of them, that's all. Yeah, let's go with that.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over.
Please refer to me with my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Say my name. It's the little Breaking Bad there. Stop calling me sir and just use my real GD name, will you? Yeah, let's do that. The GD line. No, say my name.
Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
Please just use my name, Jules.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
Listen, I've actually lost my gun too. Not gonna say that. 10-10 transmission completed. Standing by, over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
The static ends with a loud click, then everything is silent in the cabin.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier, around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minot enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact, and it's not good. He's lost his badge. He seemed confused, delirious even.
He stops to reflect.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. That was some gnarly shit there.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Minot looks down at her neatly polished black shoes. There is quiet firmness to her voice when she speaks.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
The crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncomfortably. Someone's trying to slip out unnoticed.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words.
He sighs heavily and turns to address the room.
This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain. Or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to put his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Old boy lights another cigarette.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
Pull out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Red-tipped pry bar, rubber-handled chain cutters, hand-cranked flashlight. Let's go with the, let's go with the flashlight.
Robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Let's take it all.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
Push in the pull-out toolbox.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Run your fingers over one of the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Close the door. You know what? Hold on. There was one more option with the radio, I bet.
Inside, you see a
set of switching the station.
A radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Felicio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
Right away, The lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
He's still avoiding your gaze, and his ears glow red.
Speed Freaks FM, huh? Look him in the eye.
Oh, is that what it was called?
He's trying hard to act surprised. Right, you don't want to get into this, no problem.
Nothing to get into, really. But sure, let's focus on the important things.
He pats the motor carriage.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone?
The voice on the shortwave repeats, no, we're done.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set.
Yeah, we're good. Who are you?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I am the law. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions toward the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture. What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
He glances south down the road.
Upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am? So how long have you been here? Yeah, let's say, so how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it. I don't quite understand what you just said. Could you say it again? Only a little less plotting. I don't quite understand what you just said.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry
Welcome
drivers.
to the show.
Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing.
You?
Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
We have a roll, and it's low. Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there, point at the yard?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Wait, what?
Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity.
Kind of hope we get that roll right so he says something. What are you hauling it anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him. Relax. He's merely joking.
Let's keep the joke rolling. You're under arrest.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
That's your machine behind you. So nothing illegal then? Could I get one of those foam tracksuits you're hauling? Yeah, let's ask for a
We're pals
tracksuit.
and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
So that's your machine
This
behind
rockin'
you?
beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
That a fall on the A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
So nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Right, add another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Let's see if we win the roll, please.
Ease into it.
Come on.
Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Man, you look sad. What's going on with you?
I'm okay, man. Just... the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
The man recedes into his days of words.
Direct approach wasn't correct. Damn. It's tricky business looking into someone's eyes.
I'm good for now.
Don't be a stranger.
You can go this way. Bold slogan, Human Ox covers the truck. Alright, let's keep going. Oh. Who are you?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma? Snap your fingers in front of her face. Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions. Yeah, Grandma.
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
Wait.
The lieutenant stops you before you can snap.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
If you say so. You know, I don't like that being the end of that. I'm gonna try again.
Has her eyes
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Maybe we need an item or something. What's the cargo? $1.65. Don't mind if I do. And 60 cents. I'm rich. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Or ignore him. Barrel. Do a barrel roll. Alright, what's going on over here?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to Work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of a cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden. The tone of voice bland and uninspired. Almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Regardless, I have some questions for you. Proceed.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
The loitering man hollers in return. I want to get into that harbor too. What is a strike? Who are all these strike breakers? Look around. What exactly is your goal here? I'm just going to leave now. I want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria here. This is an official matter not to be discussed with outsiders. You know, it's a body hanging outside. His reply is snappy and terse.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
Absolutely nothing.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's
He then shakes his large
cops
fist.
doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Sure, why not?
Why not? I see numerous reasons not to pick a side in this local matter.
Pity. Let us work!
What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting, what does that mean? Ignore the discrepancy. Yeah, let's go with ill-fitting.
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Who are all these strike breakers? Look around.
Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask. Where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity, going to figure out this strike mess. Routine, part of the investigation. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with real familiar.
No. Don't think we've met before. I came
His
to
eyes
help
in
out
with mistrust.
people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background. Makes sense, I guess. Never mind, not gonna pry. Yeah, I'm interested.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer, where I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Yeah, alcoholic. Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it? Let's go, frequent a lot.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there. Not right now, but I think I've been there. I don't really remember things well. Never heard of it. Are you lying? Yeah, I think I've been there.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
What exactly is your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
Are you unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind it.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered storming in like all of you? Why don't you just talk to them? Why don't you just talk to them?
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw. Perfectly lightly bearded square wedge. I think that's it for this guy. What's up with this wall? Is this GRIH?
Scab?
Asks a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where did they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Nod. Have you tried talking to them? Shake your head. It's better than begging, come on. Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
Yeah, I'm a scab, poor and downtrodden. Wave your fist right to work. I'm not a scab, I'm a cop. Proceed. Yeah, I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles and then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. I'm gonna grab a drink, 2 seconds.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
Sorry about that. Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You've never seen me investigating a murder. It's actually very fun and easy. You're right, it's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved. I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it. Yeah, maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it.
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
Should we? He's nice. I don't like nice.
I don't like nice.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. We already did that. I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
That's simple. I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past Measurehead?
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him. Then press the button to unlock the door. Then go past him again.
Okay.
And you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So you're saying it's actually quite difficult. Gotcha. I think I have some questions for you first. Yeah. It's actually quite difficult.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation. Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation? Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview? Got it, another thing. Has anyone here ever bested him?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Has any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Got it, another thing.
Sure.
The man whistles a jaunty tune, the wind rustling his whiskers. What's this strike about, anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Nice talk, gotta get going. Okay, the union boss. Evidently I'm inclined to think that I passed him, but what's in there? What's that see?
Welcome to Rivachol.
The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that? Hey, I know Rivachol, that's where we are. Yeah, why are you addressing my partner?
Don't you welcome to Rivachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Rivachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Rivacholian nation makes it harder for Rivachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right, you're undermining our best shot at real self-determination. Stop ripping into this guy, he's just really proud of being Rivacholian. Limbo, what's going on here? Yeah, you know. Yeah, we'll go with number 2.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim. Got your back. Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. Well, I think we all learned something here. Smile at the Lordman. Now that's settled. Yeah, I'll back him up.
You two make a cute couple. You know that.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette molding between his fingers. What was that argument all about? Yeah, what was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
He spits on the ground.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
I get it, someone has to be the unpopular guy. Oh, so you're just a racist, makes sense. To be honest, I can't really remember what that means, please explain. On second thought, let's talk about something else. Yeah, someone has to be the unpopular guy.
I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Okay, what else have you thought of? Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design. Right, I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it? Jump ahead. Okay, what else have you thought of?
So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. They stop competing for resources.
Yeah, what's the problem with that then?
The problem? The damn Kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
Wait, what's this cultural victory?
It's what the Kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any mojitos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
Uh-huh.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Yeah, I think I could get down with racism. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go F yourself? Okay, sure, whatever. I'd really rather talk about something else. Yeah, you can get down with racism,
Good.
huh?
If we, the evening people, pull together, we can form a bulwark against
He
these
didn't get
troubled
it.
times. Root out the forces that seek to undermine
He's
the
actively
well-being
racist
of our
and he's
people.
totally cool with it. I guess that's why his name's Racist Lorry Driver.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense he can't be happy about this turn of events. Oh no, not too happy.
He didn't pick up sarcasm. What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Wait, how long has this been going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions? Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd
Sounds
say
like a cover
if
story
you
to
had
me.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
He loses his patience for explaining it.
We're on the same side here, yeah? No need to bust my balls. Huh? I'm here to pick up a load of apples. Just regular, Coico-picked apples.
Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He's put up the wall of racism.
Yeah, he's a racist. You said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen.
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
Hold on, what's a carter?
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches, before machines.
So he was a garbage man?
Not at all. We are part of a guild and everything, huh? It's very ancient, very prestigious.
So you're in a carter's guild, so it's kind of a union?
Hell no. It's a guild. Invitation only. Unions work for the rich fucks. They're basically the same. Been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit, but you can't replace experience. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
See you around. That was a good time. Okay, that's where we came from. Locked. Alright, anybody up here feeling chatty? That guy looks buff.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Say nothing, size him up first. Yeah.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me.
Puff out your chest, still say nothing. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police. I need to get into the harbor. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Talk about the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Al Ghul?
Yes, Al Ghul.
He means alcohol.
Do you mean alcohol?
Correct. My small skull servant.
He nods approvingly.
Al Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison. A parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years.
The Little Moran people did not invent alcohol. It's existed since the Neolithic. Huh. This explains everything. This has nothing to do with why I'm here. Yeah, this explains everything.
Servitude to Al Ghul does not explain everything. There are other reasons for your race descent.
They're on the race thing. Smell your breath. Kim, is it really so bad?
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk, and drowned.
Alright, I'm a servant of Al Ghul, but I still need to enter the harbor. I don't have a problem with Al Ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends. Yeah, servant of Al Ghul.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Ham Sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it. Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
That fat racist over there, pointing to the racist lawyer. You're just him after pumping some iron. Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in him. I'm the police. I need you to comply now. Take a step closer. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. You know? That's, Actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in him.
Willingly calling yourself a ham sandwich, how far the Occidental haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back, push him out of the way. You're right about all this, now I just need you to let me go into the harbor. Yeah, you're right about all this, now I just need you to let me go into the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Right, good idea. Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Semini supremacist myself? But I already subscribe to one race theory. Won't they conflict each other? Yeah, wouldn't that mean I have to become a Semini supremacist?
Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Oh shit. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? What are those tattoos if you're supposed to mean? And I'm basically built for that role. +1 down with it. Subscribe to his advanced race theory. Knock him out. Oh, that's not happening. We're not physical for that yet. Subscribe to his advanced race theory.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I'm new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there.
Do you?
On second thought, I don't relinquish the opportunity to learn advanced race. I'm whispering to him. This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Saillight. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
I'm gonna end up having to listen to all these.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led them out on reprehensible street parades. In mound cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Wait, who exactly are them on? Okay, got it. Who are Type A then, in your view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of the other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
He draws his finger across his face.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
And who are the Simones and Areopagites in
As
this?
proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Simones and the Areopagites are on the ascent.
What's the difference between the Simones and Areopagites? Continue receiving wisdom.
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simones are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
Falls silent, contemplating the beauty and the mystery.
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite, or Simeopagite super race. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Hoping this lets us get closer to that door. Nature was not capable of more. Alright, hold on.
Type B are the
How long do we have to listen to and go through this?
amorphous non-competitors of the great race.
The Koikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Chest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect description.
You see, I've been trained to identify them as white in official description, mud-colored.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, muddy, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al-Rul and smoking the degenerate tobacco herb, and for eating potato. The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
You don't like ethnostates and the Vecaliers you mentioned? Yeah, you don't like ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Simonese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inner spoilage called demos.
And the Vecaliers you mentioned?
The Vasholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cordon. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening. but that seems a little off.
I'm pretty sure history hasn't lasted that long. That revolution sounds like it was actually very good and necessary. That revolution sounds like it was perpetrated by degenerate martyrs, not all the people of Revachol. Go away, stupid political thoughts. What was this revolution? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna lie. Revolution sounds like it's actually very good and
The
necessary.
revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zaraz reading potato cards. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoico to the Occidentals. But
He pauses
not
in theoretic
sexually.
self-reflection.
Probably through trade routes and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of Tibet mediocrity.
The vile CF race cauldron of pederasty, please.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me.
Yes, better not go into it.
It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it.
Will you let me into the harbor if I do? How do I word the mystery? Except, on second thought, I don't have time to get any deeper into this stuff. How do I word the mystery? Except,
You need to internalize
let him go
what you have
on and
heard
on.
here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
It says thought gained advanced race theory, like I understand that, and like my character has been doing more than just playing along with it. New task, what is the race enigma?
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vacholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean? Let's go over that funky race classification again. Knock him down. Yeah, that's not happening. I'm not listening to funky race classification again. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
Seemingly bored with you.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Hey, yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life? You keep telling yourself that. I'm sorry, of course, I understand now deeper. Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I'm no communist. Communism is pretty cool. Individualism is my jam. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing. Yeah, my jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I've gotten it from disco, actually. It's true, I'm a rock and roll star and rebel. Youth culture does not affect my thinking. Yeah, I've gotten it from disco.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Okay, I'll ask, who are the Seminoles? I don't really know who the Seminoles are. I've recently experienced head trauma. Wonderful, I need to enter the harbor now on police business. Yeah.
What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never getting into this harbor.
He looks at the button behind him. The tattoos on his face move to reveal the smallest of smiles. He has fucking wasted my time. Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
That will be our lucky racist. How do you know there will be a next racist? I like the previous racist better, actually. Yeah, that will be our lucky racist.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits. A protruding occiput and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures toward the lurid men down the street. You don't like him?
Not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You sure I'm not craniometrically superior to you? You're right, that's craniometric perfection. My race does not stand a chance. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Correct.
Let's go over that funky race classification again. Nope, can't do that. Unless...
There is nothing funky.
No, I need a new chat option or a roll or something. That guy's totally wasting my time. There's no getting past him. Jeez. What a spiel. My head hurts after listening to him. Let's assume that he's a boss. Will you talk
Hold
to
on,
him?
wondering man. How can I help you? You know, serious.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return.
No. Apparently not. Apparently he's not the boss. Alright, let me down here, and we have stuff. Hold up. You can level up. Conceptualization's been doing good. I really like that one. Can't do anything with it. Find your other shoe. Chat's on tape. I didn't know I'd been racking up all these quests while I was talking to people. I'm assuming that this is a rap. Can I talk to him and tell him I went up there and...
Work! Right to work! Shame on
You don't have any tips on how to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race deer's guarding a button.
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
Not before...
He might have some advice.
It's not going to be an if. I'm totally going to fail. He's probably gonna kill me. If he kills me, I'm logging, because we just listened to his whole spiel.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Sad roll. Fail.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
Fuck you, I'm a cop, help. Degenerate alcoholic, yeah, just make him say it.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Alright, we, luckily had something on us for that. Now he should be able to say something else to me. That was a really bad idea.
Nice aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Let's talk about our right to work.
I need you to be my champion against Jean-Luc up there.
No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker.
Alright, I'm gonna go back up there for seconds because he gave me advice and I'm gonna go test about how it's not gonna work.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Yeah. 8%. For a reroll, 1 in 10. I just don't think it's happening. I should try. Shouldn't be trying that. Yeah, it was not happening.
It has happened again. The Titan has your...
Another fit of criminal rage. Who are you, in your own words? Good. Now go before you enter cardiac arrest.
Please, stop doing this. You are making us look bad.
Yep, that was a bad idea. Now we have damaged morale. He doesn't want to talk to us, does he? I don't know where they're going. I gotta kind of let him walk because I want to know where he's going.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest, or were you just trying to win his confidence?
Relax, I was practicing a time-honored technique known as the lie. I was just trying to convey that I understood his grievances and wasn't judging him for having them. Yeah, relax, I was practicing the time-honored technique known as the lie.
That's a relief. Just be careful how often you avail yourself of this technique. A lie may be useful in the short term, but I have a way of catching up with you later.
We know a lie, sire, and it didn't feel like one to us. He chooses to believe, though, for now.
And one more thing. As you've seen, these sorts of attitudes are quite common in Martinez, so I expect this to happen again and again. I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going to stay out of it. How you choose to respond is your business. But
Think my character's becoming an actual racist? Off of pretending to be racist? Is that a thing? Internalize? What? Oh, snap. You can put things in his head. Thought cabinet. Why would you want to amass a fantastic race of swirls in your head? Desert pygmies playing with their own excrement? Koshko's juggling potatoes, eczema ridden, Mullins grinning and dancing on wooden clogs. Everyone's there, the whole race gang, plus some that you may have come up with yourself. The thieving sub-kips and the seal-like cast of fortunates hatching some kind of scheme in the eye of this race. Embryon, a vertigo reaching up to the heavens. You sense something drawing nearer and nearer. He's temporary research bonus. -1 drama. Fooled by the absurdity. Research time 1 hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, stop that. Fooled by the absurdity.
Kuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno.
Hey kid, a word, police business. I'm on a moment of your time, please. I'm not getting into this right now. Yeah, police
Right
business.
in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like 2 black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Hold on, what does that mean? Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene. Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it. Hold on, what does that mean?
The kid is obviously high.
Stop getting high at my crime scene. Stop using slurs. Yeah, stop getting high at my crime scene.
Kuno, yeah, right in the mouthhole.
They pay you no heed or pretend not to notice you.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Kim, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures.
Are you kids siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He throws another rock.
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc. Look, I have questions for you. Yeah, I'm not a narc.
Fuck no. Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The body, what do you know about it? About the crime scene? You kids often play in this yard. I gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
The boy points to his chest with both thumbs.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation. So you refer to yourself in the third person. Kuno, is that some kind of gang name? Yeah, is that a gang name?
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Magie, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
He lays the names out there with pride and precision, like cards on a table. Right when he's getting distracted, there's a malevolent hiss behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Just answer the questions.
Help! He's digging his dick out! Hallucinating, Kuno? Somebody, please!
This full blast now, the wind carries the message far and wide across Martinez.
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Be logical, kid. I haven't done anything to you.
Fucking logical! Help! The logical pig is fiddling Kuno!
What is this sick charade?
No! Get off Kuno, you sick fat fuck!
The nearly psychopathic way they could slip in and out of the act implies you're not the first victim.
Who put you up to this?
No one. Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance over you. Change your plan. You can't let that happen. It will make things harder down the line. You may end up missing crucial information.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
Are you high right now? Someone put you up? Yeah, someone put you up to this.
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to talk to him in the first place.
Listen to your friend.
Flame is yellowish and bubbling somehow, and he hawks a loogie on the ground. Did Gart put you up to this? Kim, did you do this? Okay. Yeah, did Kim do this?
Yeah, we're all in this together! The banana pull.
The lieutenant doesn't even shrug.
Help! The RCM is trying to fuck us!
Are you high right now?
Help! Misters, help!
He prances around, eyes bulging out of their sockets, rolling hard, yelling at the windows.
He's having the time of his life. Total ecstasy. Fuck the pig.
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
I'm going for the roll. Another physical roll, which I'm going to fail. Oh, yeah. He's going to die. The kid killed him.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm.
So I'm guessing this is bad. I'm sure it's just heartburn. Oh God, help someone. Help someone.
Yeah. Screaming isn't happening on account of extreme shortness of breath. You're just making it worse. Oh God, it's painful.
Try to remain conscious or let it all go. Try to remain
All
conscious.
you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
Well, I guess he's dead now. Nope, no spoilers for me. I get some of the bot comments. There's like, there are autosaves, but I'm over it. He's dead. I understand. I get it. He's weak. He needs to heal. Active thoughts, altered dialogue options, thought bonuses differ for research and conclusion. Substances can be administered during dialogue tools or context sensitive with them before use. Time and contact with them picking the dialogue options. Read books and pass on quickly. Read experience by completing tasks or by exploring what way out. Places with points, with points to experience by market, trigger, and market for look dogs, right to go trust and reload. Huh, well. That's it. And somehow it just went continue right there. Like off the rip. I don't know. I didn't press anything. Just did it on its own right there. Alright. If you show up to the stream, pop a follow if you're seeing this on Twitch. And if you're seeing this on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate the support a lot. It means a lot. Every little bit counts. And I'm trying to put out as much content as I can for you, as recent as I can. That way you constantly have something to watch, no matter what you're up to. If you're grounded at your day job or whatever you're doing. All right, have a great day. Talk to you later.